Hey Morgan, I just went in and realized there's a problem with the quizzes, these, because they made them true or false and they didn't put an answer key. And I personally don't know enough to make the key. If you are good with science and want to try it out, go for it. And I'll show you how to do true or false in a second. We can't do a straight true or false, but the multiple choice, the A answer should always should always be the correct one. So we always input A as the correct answer, but you'll see when I start that it kind of defaults to that. So you're going to create a new quiz, and then you're going to use this part, Unit 14 test. And the tests are going to be summative exam for descriptions. It will count towards the earned grade. For teacher, we're going to put work uploader because none of us are actually going to be teaching these courses. Do chronological questions for the test, but for the quiz, the true or false, those you're going to choose randomize. So chronological for the test, randomized for the quiz. Number of questions, we have 20. Okay, so here's another difference. For the test, we're going to put the actual number for a number of questions, but for the quiz, they're all going to be 5. You'll still input 10, and it will shuffle them because they can retake. So each time they take it, they'll get a different 5 questions. But for the test, they only get the 20 questions, and they take it once. Time limit for test is 60 minutes, 30 minutes for the quiz. Retakes for the test, 0. For the quiz, 3. And we're always going to do highest score. Oh, look, there's fun new stuff. I don't know what this is. I was not told this was added. So you'll skip these 2. Public start date is always going to be today. For science, you're going to have no audio recording and save. Okay. Then you go to click to manage questions. All right. Now you will add question by question. So the first box is the question part. This part. So copy, paste. We do need to make sure it's not bold. And then, like I said, if the person did it right, A is always correct. And it will say here, is this the correct answer? So it should be selected. If they provide a key, and you should always scroll down to make sure, they're not supposed to, but most people just don't listen for some reason. If they provide a key and like say C was the correct answer, you would just copy that C response and put it in the A box because it had, I mean, you can change it here, but we prefer to keep it A just so it's easier for me to check at the end. Okay, so I'll finish this one. Also, something like this, either they all need to be capital or all not capital. It's like a testing practice, not to trigger the incorrect answer by having something look different. Okay, here's the other thing. We can't do all of the above or anything with above because it shuffles the answers. So change anything that's above to these. So 2 of these. So let's write that in there. Okay. So when you save, oh, sorry, I forgot a couple things at the top. Multiple choice, 1 point. When you save, you should see just the question here. Then you'll create new and then do the next one. Okay, here's another little issue. You see how these have periods and this one doesn't? Everything needs to be consistent. So since I didn't do periods on the first one, you can take them off of these. And this one doesn't have a D, so can you add something that says all of these or none of these? Either, it's up to you, it doesn't matter. Yeah, crazy formatting. Okay, so that should be pretty simple. I'm gonna ask the writer to, why don't you shoot me a message and tell me if you feel comfortable making the key. If not, I'll ask the writer to do it. And yeah, that should be it. Okay, she is also, hang on. So she did 20.1 in this folder. She's working on in the originals here. So you can see where it was modified by Susan Cooper. Those are done. She just hasn't moved them. So if you want to start inputting these lessons, that's fine too. And then let me check where A is. I think he's a student, and I think he's taking finals, so I don't know that he's done. Right, let's see. Well, one thing you can do, if it's in the original files and this guy has edited, you can check. And this is what we're looking for. If you click on his edits here, last edit was made this part. Maybe. It will show you what he did, and if you go down, okay, so like this should be crossed out and have new text. If it's not crossed out, then he hasn't finished it. Okay, well actually don't worry about Noel's. Susan should be close to done with the ones that are in that original folder. I think if you are up to speed with, well, I have more earth science coming in and the rest of those physical science, but I think if you're up to speed with that, I might give you some geometry to start, but I need to send a new video. So let me know when you're done with the quizzes and we'll go from there. Thank you.